So that's message list, and then we have the individual messages. And here all we've done is spit out the user's display name and the body of the message. But in the static version, there's a little more there than that. So static.html. Here's what's in a message. So a message has the avatar, it has a details div, and inside there it has some metadata, and then the body of the thing. So I'm just going to copy and paste this whole message div. Just replace all this. I've got a lot of classes in there, so I'll actually do a find and replace. So let's search for class equals, replace with class name equal. There we go. Now avatar, we already have a component for that, don't we? But it expects a user prop, right? Now that's not the user that we're signed in as. That's the user who wrote that message, right? So we had props.message in here. So that's props.message.user. Right, in message list, we spit out message. We pass in a message prop. And each message has a user on it. So avatar user props.message.user. Or we can use our new destructuring trick. Replace props in the argument list with curly braces message. Then it just becomes message.user. Here's where the body goes. So message.body. And then here I have a capital letter for metadata. So I bet I intended to make a component out of that. Why not? Has the username and the time of the message. We're not keeping track of that just yet, but that's okay. We'll just hard code it for now. So let's make a new component called capital M metadata.js. We'll import React from React. Const metadata equals export default metadata. Here it is. This is what I want to return. So what does that need from the outside? It needs the message, because it needs to know what user sent the message, and it needs to know what time they did it. So we'll want a prop for the message. I'll go ahead and destructure it. So this right here, that's message.user.displayName. And I don't know what this is yet. We're not storing timestamps on the messages just yet. So I'll just keep it as 1:10 p.m. for everything. So back here in message, we import metadata from /metadata and replace this with metadata. And we make sure to pass in the message as a prop because it uses it. So message equals message. It's not props.message because we're destructuring it. Message equals message. So now we just need to style it. And wouldn't you know it, there's a metadata.css over here. It's fairly straightforward. Don't need Aphrodite. Just const styles equals all of that. I'll call this one metadata, comma, user, colon, comma, oops, time, colon, comma, get rid of my semicolons. Whoops, not there. Ugh. There you go. Put quotes around all these. Align items becomes camel cased. Font weight becomes camel cased. Margin right. Camel case, missed a semicolon there. Font size. Apply these styles. So here's metadata itself. I'll throw style equals styles dot metadata. Style equals styles dot user time. Yeah, I don't need these class names on here. And that's just making it harder to read because of all the line breaks. I don't need this class. I'll just put style equals styles dot time. See how that looks. There we go. Yeah, that looks better with those side by side instead of one on top of each other. Got the time kind of grayed out there, a little more subtle. Looks good. So here's my metadata component. Add metadata component. We're not done with message yet. Yeah. Yeah. Different email address. Yeah. What did I put there? Davey at singing.org. Right. The other one's Davey at fretless.com, I think.